What's going on, Carlo? Got one of the many special here tonight in the outfield, right field. Bill Lee, former Red Sox, an all-star for a year, and had a very storied major league career. And you've had so many great stories to tell about your time just playing baseball. Still play baseball, by the way, which is pretty crazy. But I gotta ask, I've had the opportunity, like a lot of people out here, to attend a Red Sox game, and it's been so cool to kind of see the timelessness of that park. But take me back to the 70s when you played for the Red Sox, got to play at Fenway. What was playing at Fenway like, and kind of what was the atmosphere and culture surrounding the games like?
It was back in black and white. We worked fast. We didn't get paid a lot. We had jobs in the off season, and we seemed to enjoy our time. It was nostalgic. I loved it. Then we got free agency and we started making more money. And then all these academics got into the game and started telling us what we were doing wrong. Now we're bigger, stronger. We have better bodies. We throw harder. We break down quicker. And the game's not nearly as nice as it used to be. But I love being here. It's always good to be out in right field. Because if you're left-handed like me, you're gauche. You're sinistre. You're sinister. And it's always a negative thing to be out in left field. So it's better to be in right field than to be in left field.
Well, I got to ask, you were saying before the game, you're actually in your baseball pants right now. Play. I think you said you still throw like a heater at 70, correct? That's the scouting report?
Yeah, if you're throwing downhill and you're using, I'm throwing as hard as I can. I feel like I'm throwing as hard as I can. It just doesn't get there as quick. But I have a really good slow curveball. I have a good changeup. And I have good legs. I can kick my leg up high. I'm very flexible. And I exercise at 6 in the morning with a ballerina from Edmonton. Her name is Miranda Esmond White, and she's 71, and she's called Eccentrics, and it's like Gus Hoffling and Steve Carlton, wax on, wax off, and you just don't age.
All right, so I got to ask, when you're playing baseball for as long as you have, what keeps you going year in and year out? Because it's not like you haven't got everything you could have gotten and more out of the game that you love so much. So what keeps you coming to the park and still throwing complete games?
It's timeless. There's no time. You don't age. For like 2 hours and 47 minutes, you're young again. I love to hit. I love to run, and I like to compete. And there's a lot of guys out there that I still want to drill in life, and I wear Craig Nettles' baseball card up against the right cheek of my ass because he dumped me on my shoulders. So eventually I'll get to play against him. It may not be in heaven. It may be a little lower than that. But I'm going to drill him right in the ass when I get a chance.
Well, and finally, we'll have to wrap up here, but I got to ask, you're, a scholar, you went to USC and kind of have all this wealth of knowledge. As somebody like myself who's just 20, still in school, still trying to figure life out, what's your biggest word of advice just from what you've learned in life overall?
Learn how to exhale. It's not the breath you take in, it's what you breathe out. It's a cleansing yoga breath, and then boom. It's like Billy Jack. I'm going to kick you on the right side of the head, and there's nothing you can do about it. And that's how I live my life.
Well, I think it's safe to say this is by far my favorite interview I've done all year. Bill, thank you so much for the time during the game. I'll let you enjoy the rest of the game. And Carlo and Gareth, I hope you took that all in, that wealth of knowledge.
20 years old. Just trust me. You read The World Lit Only by Fire, and that's a start.
All right, it's on the reading list. Bill, appreciate it. I'll send it back to you guys in the booth.